We were very pleased today to have Dr. John Speakman at the Aging 2010 Symposium on Nutrition and Aging. And he is an expert in calorie restriction. And it turns out back in the early part of the last century, some very interesting research was done that showed that animals, specifically rodents, who ate less than they wanted to, their food was restricted, actually lived quite a bit longer. And so that started a whole field of research over many decades that has looked at the benefits of food restriction in a variety of species, and certain kinds of insects and rodents, and even in non-human primates, certain types of monkeys. And what Dr. Speakman was able to do is very carefully take us through not just the headlines of this research, but actually look at many of the controversies. So it turns out that not all species that have been tested do benefit from caloric restriction with an extension in lifespan. So he shared with us some of the issues around the experimental approach. He was also able to translate that into the possible benefits for people, and he took us through a lot of calculations and math and showed us that restricting calories for some age groups may at best yield just a few months or maybe a year of extra life. And importantly, he reminded us that people who are, and animals who are calorically restricted, are hungry and often cold. And so he left us with some thoughts about if it's really worth gaining a few extra years of life that could be spent hungry and cold. So we do look forward to more research on that topic as well, because it certainly continues to capture the public's imagination of what could be gained by changing our diet, eating less, and what we might gain in terms of quality of life and length of life.